We are working on enhancing the Sports Heroes project from the YByte Python curriculum available at www.ybyte.in. In the previous video, we saw how we could present our analysis results in a certain sorted order. For example, in an alphabetical order of names, for example, by the number of times a player has won the tournament and so on. Now, the way that worked fundamentally was using this command called sorted, and where we have used lambda statement to get us the key that we are looking for. Before moving forward, I thought this is a good opportunity for us to sort of take a deeper dive into this and ask ourselves a question: what happens if I, let's say, choose not to use lambda? In the process, of course, we'll see the value that lambda is bringing us, and hence it becomes a very good example for us to understand, let's say, this entire notion of lambda statements and why they are so helpful. Recall the basic syntax of a sorted function is that we provide an iterable. Now in this case, the iterable is a list whose items are dictionaries, so it's a list of dictionaries. Now key is a function, it's an optional argument, but key is a function that runs on every item, so that we can decide how the let's say the sorting happens. And finally, reverse is this boolean, which either goes in ascending order or descending order. Now for this video, the focus is on this key. Previously, we have used lambda over here, but let's say I choose not to use lambda. Well, I could do that. I could define a function, for example, def say sort, sort fn, just a token function, which takes an argument, let's say x. So in this case, x is basically an item of this list. So x is a dictionary, and I'm going to say, well, return for me, let's say x and name. So what this does is that it takes dictionary as an input, as an argument, input argument, and returns to me the name, the value corresponding to the name. And hence I could write this function differently, and I could go and say, well, look, tt is, instead of ski lambda, I can go and say sort, say sort fn. Now when I run this, my sorting will happen basis name regardless of what I'm passing as an argument. Let's see this in action. So for example, here I go and choose, say, name in ascending order. When I look at my my analysis.dat, indeed the names are appearing in an alphabetical order. Let's say, however, I want to keep it flexible. So let's say I want to use the key times 1, but when I run this, it turns out that we are still getting the same result. And this is not a surprise because my sort function is returning me x name, basically, which is the, so it's like saying that I'm sorting by the key of name. So you might wonder, why can't I make it flexible? Why can't I pass in the key itself as an argument like I was doing to this function? Well, it turns out that this function, as defined in key, can take only one argument, and that argument is the item of the iterable itself. Which means that we need to make, if I want to, let's say, sort this with, let's say, different keys, I will have to put an if-else statement, say, okay, look, call sort function for, let's say, name, call sort function 1 for times 1, call sort function 2 for, let's say, country, and so on. Now, this is where lambda comes in. So I just go and say, okay, look, I don't think I need this. I will use a lambda mapping. Remember, lambda, single line anonymous function. So it's like this becomes an anonymous function, and I'm just saying this is a mapping between the item that we are looking at, x, to, let's say, x sorting key. Now, clearly, this is so much more flexible than, let's say, the approach we're taking. Very concisely, we are getting the flexibility that we are looking for. So I can let this be. Remember, I was calling this with, now say, times 1 in ascending order. When I run this piece of code, you notice indeed that's what has happened. So those people who have won the tournament for one time alone are now being represented on top. The point is, with lambda, our code has become very, very concise, and this is where the power of lambda is coming in. Of course, it could be done without it, but it's just so much more so much more, let's say, flexible, and so much more concise. I hope this was interesting. At YByte, we learn programming by building activities, using concepts to make them come alive, and then thinking about how we can improve them, analyzing in detail how these different things work and what are the pros and cons of using them. Just like we did in this video, look at our website www.ybyte.in because we learn Python programming through such fun activities. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.